This is Blob Joe. Blob Joe has been listening to too many Blob podcasts, so he makes questionable decisions. Today's questionable decision? Blozimpic. Blozimpic is the Blob weight loss drug everyone's obsessed with. Blob Oprah used it. Blob Elon tweets about it. Every Blob influencer swears by it. And Blob Joe? It's just peptides, Blob Rogan said on episode 2847. Your ancestors were thin blobs. Blob Joe is convinced. The problem? It costs 800 glimmers. And his wife absolutely does not want him taking Blob weight loss drugs. So he does what any Blob in a loving relationship would do. He waits until she's out and orders it. With his glimmer card. This will definitely not backfire. Blob Joe checks his app. Balance, 1,450 glimmers. Statement due, 1,450 glimmers. Due date, 7 days. Okay, Blob Joe thinks. I'll just pay it this weekend. Mental note, pay glimmer card. Blob Joe's brain will remember. Reality, he will not remember. The forgotten note, 7 days pass. Blob Joe does not remember. The payment due date comes and goes. Blob Joe doesn't notice. 3 days after the due date, Blob Joe is scrolling his phone at 2 a.m. A notification. Your glimmer card statement is ready. Wait, new statement? Already? Oh no. Oh no. He opens the app. Previous balance, 1,450 glimmers. Payment received, 0 glimmers. Interest charged, 28.47 glimmers. New balance, 1,478.47 glimmers. 28 glimmers? Blob Joe stares at his phone like it just insulted his mother. For what? He whispers. For nothing. For forgetting. For existing with debt. The bank just took 28 glimmers. Like a blob tax for being stupid. The confusion. Blob Joe sees interest charge calculation. Numbers. Percentages. Words like daily periodic rate. His brain hurts. He Googles, why did my credit card charge me money? You were charged interest for carrying a balance. But I thought interest was 24% per year, Blob Joe mutters. 24% of 1,450 is like 350 glimmers, not 28. He's confused. He's panicking. Blob Joe is having a financial crisis. The APR trap. Here's what they don't tell you clearly. APR equals annual percentage rate. Annual. Per year. Blob Joe's card. 23.99% APR. But you don't hold debt for a year. You hold it for a month. Or days. So the bank breaks it down by day. 23.99% divided by 365 days equals 0.0657% per day. That's your daily periodic interest rate. Sounds tiny. It's basically zero, right? Wrong. It adds up fast. The math blob Joe should have known. For most days of that billing cycle, Blob Joe was carrying about 1,450 glimmers. Every single day, the bank calculated interest. 1,450 times 0.0657% equals 0.95 glimmers per day. Multiply by 31 days equals 29.45 glimmers. The statement said 28.47 because of small fluctuations, but close enough. Blob Joe just paid almost 30 glimmers for the privilege of forgetting to pay his bill. That's 2 Blob coffees. 1 month of Blob Spotify Premium. 3 doses of Blozimpic. Gone. Paid to the bank. For nothing. Blob Joe is reconsidering everything. It gets worse. The grace period. Blob Joe keeps reading. A line says, grace period, none. He Googles it. Once you carry a balance, you lose your grace period. All new purchases increase the balance that's already accruing interest. Wait, immediately? Any purchase he makes now starts getting charged interest the same day? Not in 30 days, not after a grace period, immediately. It's like a horror movie. But the monster is compound interest, and it's been living in his glimmer card the whole time. Like Blob Freddy Krueger, but instead of dreams, he attacks your bank account. The average daily balance nightmare. Blob Joe finds a section. Average daily balance. The bank doesn't just charge interest on his ending balance. That would be too simple. They calculate his balance every single day. Day 1, 1,450 glimmers. Day 2, 1,450 glimmers. Day 3, 1,450 glimmers. All 31 days. They add up all 31 daily balances. Divide by 31. That's the average. Then they charge interest on that. So even if Blob Joe paid off some of it mid-month, he's still paying interest on the days when it was higher. The bank is watching him 24/7, calculating, judging, charging. Big brother, but it's Big Blob Bank, and instead of thought crimes, it's credit card crimes. They're always watching. The compound interest trap. Here's the real nightmare. If Blob Joe doesn't pay this off, he'll be charged interest again next month on an even higher balance because this month's interest gets added to what he owes. This is compound interest. Interest on top of interest. Month 1 owes 1,478 plus 28 interest. Month 2 owes 1,506 plus 29 interest. Month 3 owes 1,535 plus 30 interest. Month 12 still over 1,600. Like Blob Sisyphus pushing a boulder uphill, except the boulder is debt, and it keeps getting heavier. The confession. Blob Joe's wife finds him at 3 a.m. staring at his phone. I bought Blazempic. I forgot to pay the card. I owe 1,500 glimmers. I'm being charged 30 glimmers a month in interest. And I lied. She's quiet. Then, we're fixing this. But first, cancel the Blazempic. But I already... Cancel it. The peptide dream is dead. The solution. They make a plan. Every extra glimmer goes to the card. No eating out. No Blob Starbucks. And Blob Joe sets up autopay for the full statement balance. From now on, the full amount gets paid automatically. Every month. No exceptions, no forgetting. 3 months later, balance, 0 glimmers. We did it, Blob Joe says. We did it, his wife corrects. You created it. I helped solve it. Fair. Blob Joe has learned his lesson, probably. What Blob Joe learned. 1. Don't pay full statement balance equals interest charged. Not paying equals entering the interest zone. Expensive zone. 2. A PR is annual, but interest is calculated daily. 23.99% per year equals 0.0657% per day. Small number, big consequences. 3. Carry a balance equals lose your grace period. New purchases start accruing interest immediately. No 30-day buffer. 4. The bank calculates your average daily balance. They track you every day and charge interest on the average, not just your ending balance. 5. Compound interest is the enemy. Interest on interest. It grows, snowballs, ruins lives. 6. Mental notes don't work. Set up autopay. Automate everything. Don't trust your brain. Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more of Blob Joe's financial disasters. We blob you. He's still not thin. The Blazempic didn't even work.